Hey everybody, it's Steve Meldy, pastor of Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. And today is another episode of Faith-Filled Friday. I try to come online on Fridays just to give a few moments of inspiration. Now today and next week are pre-recorded because I'm on vacation. But as I was thinking about vacation and summer reading, I want to remind you of one of my favorite books, besides the Bible. And oh, by the way, in July, don't miss it, because we're going to spend each Sunday in July looking at one of the books of the Torah, the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. And each week I'm going to encourage you to read through those books. So you're going to have some pretty hefty summer reading this year. But today, as you're looking at the beginning of summer and perhaps looking at some summer reading, I want to go back to a book that has really transformed my life. A book that I read probably 3 to 4 times a year, just because it helps keep me on track with myself and on track with relationships with other people. I find it so helpful. It's a book called The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. What a wonderful writer he is. And Miguel Ruiz says there are 4 agreements by which if you live in your life, you will find peace for yourself and in relationships with other people. And I think he's right. So I invite you over the summer to get the book, The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, R-U-I-Z. Fantastic book. What are the 4 agreements? Well, I'll read you the little inside cover of the paperback. The first one is be impeccable with your word. And Ruiz says, speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. The second agreement, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. This is an important chapter. People will say all sorts of things about you, and most of us focus on the bad things, and we try to learn to not take those personally. But Ruiz even tells us not to take the good things people say about us personally. That's all a projection of what they think we are. You have to choose who and how you are and how you will live your life in Christ. Whoa! It's a deep chapter. The third agreement, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. Ruiz says, with just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And he is right. The fourth and final agreement is always do your best. And Ruiz writes, your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Again, the 4 agreements by Miguel Ruiz. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. If you're looking for some summer reading, this is a powerful little book, and I highly recommend it to you. This is Pastor Steve with another episode of Faith-Filled Friday. Thanks for joining me for these moments. I hope you find some inspiration and some help in your life through this book. See you again next Friday.